Hello, hello. CK here again. We're another one of those little reviews that I've been doing. And yeah, I had recently just watched Peacemaker, the whole season. I know it came out maybe like 2022. But I was a bit late to the party, as you can tell. But yeah, I've got a few little notes on the little iPad about even, not phone, on the phone, if that will even show up. So yeah, bear with me while I read through my little thoughts. Yeah, let's get started. I've got to just firstly say, John Cena, damn, I did not know you were a good actor, man. Jesus Christ. Like, his acting's absolutely glues the show together. Like, honestly, especially if you can add it with like the prehistory of Peacemaker in the film I think the Suicide Squad. Even though it wasn't a great film, I thought it was all right. I thought that this just really, really was good, proper good, and it really does, join with that really, because if you really want like the first bit of the story, Peacemaker, you have to watch that film, I'd say, because this series really deals with the PTSD. I know I've said this in the last film, the aliens, but it really, really does. Like, you can tell that this guy is really still dealing with stuff from his childhood, and with the fact that he's getting this mode now where he's like, do I really want to kill someone? His old philosophy of, I will kill any man, any child, all that sort of stuff for peace. Don't want to say it too loud because I'm worried YouTube will just cancel me straight away. We'll be like, oh, delete. But I mean, I think the big deal makers you see in flashbacks is Rick Flag, which I'm not going to say what happened, but his his events in that film really do show up in this. And it's a good conclusion, really. Like, by the end of the series, you can tell that Peacemaker's an entirely different person to what he was before, while still not doing like a 360 where he'll suddenly not be himself. He's still got a few of his characteristics, like he can be, in the show really addresses this as well, like he can be a bit of a bully, and he feels like it's okay to insult people, but he doesn't, about time, he just probably doesn't even realise it. Well, he does realise it, but not in the sort of way. I don't think he understands how other people feel. And to be honest, it adds to the character, really, I think, because it's like, this guy's technically like an anti-hero slash hero. And by the end of the series, he's probably leaning towards hero. Probably not fully because of his past. I mean, you can't fully get past his past, which he has probably killed a lot of people, which is one of those things. I really just love the acting in this. Not only like in the actual way John Cena speaks, but just his facial expressions, the way his body acts. It's just really fucking amazing. Like, he really, really should get as much credit and the due as possible. I did not think that suddenly that guy who's in the WWE, no offense to him, would just be this good of an actor in that show. Obviously, I think I probably were probably a bit excited. I was just really impressed, really, really impressed. But yeah, let's go over to someone else I want to say. Adebayo. I can't remember the actress's name for this. I'm not very good with names for actors and actresses, but so you have to bear with this. But she in the show, I don't want to give her too much spoil. Well, to be fair, it's in the first episode. Yeah, she's Amanda Waller's daughter, and she gets put on this team with Peacemaker and the rest of them to fight like some big alien invasion by bugs and flies, and that, aka Project Butterfly. And yeah, she just adds such a good mix to the team, really, because she's not exactly like the rest of them. Even though during the end of the series, she is pretty much one of them. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. She's cut for she's right for the job. But she comes into it quite like an innocent personality. Not totally innocent, because she still has her own flaws, which you see out for the show. But she's probably more like I'd say the soul of the group, really. Not the soul of the group. It's not like one of those sort of shows, but you know what I mean? She's that side of the show where it's, brings people together, really. Well, also some points separating people. But I was really impressed with her acting. I really liked her character. And by the end of the show, you realise, oh my God, she's Peacemaker's BF. After the absolutely amazing eagle named Eagly. I love that. I love that bird. Honestly, God, I didn't realize that I'd fall in love with a little bird called Eagly. Well, not a little bird. It's a big bird. And it's just, and honestly, they proper really did well. They didn't like overdo it with Eagly. All the scenes that they have her are in. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I presume a girl. I don't know. They didn't really address that. But all the scenes just stole every scene because she was just mint. Especially when she's I can't remember the guy's name. How did I forget one name? I've got Harcourt in mind, the blonde chick. Who's also a badass in this, absolute sick badass. But yeah, the guy, is it Amos? Not Eramos? Amos? Can't remember his name. Guy with the glasses, like dyes his beard. I thought he was, he really surprised me by the end of it. The relationship that they end up developing with Peacemaker, he does, is quite nice, really. Because I feel like that character brings out the most of where John's, Peacemaker's character, Chris, really develops a bit of sympathy for another person in the way it's not more like just about valuing their life, but more about like their feelings. Because he realizes, because he was insulting his, say, have you dyed your beard and stuff like that? And then when you learn the reasons later on that did he dye his beard and, the reasons why it's that colour, and you can see on John Cena's face like instant regret and that. Like he realizes, oh shit. And also as well, he started off on the bad foot because he got his dad imprisoned, which the guy's a fucking arsehole, by the way. Excuse the French YouTube, but yeah, the guy's an absolute racist dickhead, which I haven't got any time for. And just one of those, like, it's just a danger to society. Fucking wanna be, just one of those, man. Horrible. I won't go into too much detail about him. Perfectly acted as well. But yeah, it's really cool. Let's go in a bit more. Judo master. This guy, I didn't realize how much a guy with probably like so few scenes would just absolutely steal the show. And every time he comes on, this guy is just whooping ass for fucking days. He moves out the wazoo. He's like Jackie Chan and fucking what's his name? I'm trying to think he was a really good judo guy. It's like George St. Pierre, Demetrius Johnson, and like Jackie Chan put in one, and then just put it in like the height of like 5 foot or something like that. The guy's absolutely an absolute elite badass in this. Plus, he's just got some funny scenes. Like the first bit we get of him is seen him from far away, and you can clearly tell him calling like the other security guard when he's like eating these fucking Cheetos, and the guy's like, "Can I have a Cheeto?" You see in the distance. And he's just clearly like going, no, fuck off my Cheetos. And the guy's like, oh, I don't need a Cheeto as well. He said, oh, I can clearly see you don't need one. And the guy just starts off on a humorous note straight away. And every scene, like the fact that every time he enters a scene in a fight, he's just going, Kya! It's just so funny. The guy's got given his soul into this. And I can't wait to see him in like season 2. He's just, really fun. And the only thing I'll say about it, though, is they kept him alive, especially when they didn't really ever give it a logical reason. Apart from the fact that they obviously only used him for season 2. Like, there were so many times like they didn't try and get information out of him, even though they clearly had a lot of time to get information out of him. They never put a tracker or some sort of thing, or used him really. I think in any sort of like logical world, the way they treated the other security guard as well, like they could kill him. They would have just killed Judo Master as well. There really wasn't any point. They didn't get any direct orders to do that. Judo Master's seen their face. And really, they had to really kill him in a logical world. But I think that's enough about him. I want to talk about Mern. Pronounce his name right. I really like the character. I was dead gutted when they, if you've not seen the show, go away now and watch it. What should I tell you? Or you will be spoiled beyond belief. But yeah, he dies, and the death was really well done, even though I hated that he got killed off, because I thought he was really interesting and a good point of view. But the character was one of those, like, you just found him really interesting by the premise that he was a butterfly I told you, I warned you about spoilers. But yeah, you just wanted to learn more about him, about his perspective as well. And I feel like they could have used that a bit more, maybe like an episode extra, really to go in a bit more into that. But every bit he was used of him was really good. I really liked the character, and the actor was good as well. And it was really done well. Let's go into my favorite character, Vigilante. He's probably everyone's favorite. The guy, I swear, he must be on drugs or something like that. I can't explain it. There is a slight change at the start of this series. Like there is bits where he's like a complete dumbass. Like when he's talking to Goff. Goff, is that his name? And he's like, "What's your favorite color?" And John's because they established right. They had him in like this little butterfly in this little jar, and they had him like taps, like 2 taps for no, or 1 tap for no, and the other tap for yes. And literally, the guy's asking him stupid questions like, "Is your favorite color Tilk?" John Cena's like, "Yes or no questions. Yes or no fucking questions. That's simple." And to see him lose his shit, which to be fair, I probably would in like frustration, like how the hell is somebody not getting this? But he was just hilarious. One thing that really impressed me about the character is enough you've seen is I don't know if he's a psychopath or sociopath. Probably a sociopath because I know that sociopaths. I can't remember the difference between which one's different. But obviously, like sociopath is like, is it one that develops when a traumatic event that gets them and makes them less sort of like opposed to killing someone? I can't remember. I'm not a psychologist, but you can clearly see that he has got feelings. You know what I mean? Like he isn't very good at like observation, but the how much of a good friend he is, I'd say. The fact that he thought that if even though it's a really weird fucking way to think about it, but obviously he clearly can't think logically in that way. Like the minute he got told by what's the name again? Adebayo. Is it Adebayo or Adebayo? I think it's Adebayo. That he's like Chris's dad, Peacemaker's dad is like the worst person in his life and he'd be better off without him. Immediately he was like, alright, how do I get arrested? How do I get in? How do I get this guy? Which obviously isn't the best route to go in real life, but in that actual show and that side of the character, that was quite unique to what you'd probably see off someone who's a potential sociopath or psychopath, and shows that he does have feelings in that way. And I thought it was quite nice in a weird way. One thing I did love as well is the fact that you can clearly see that he doesn't like racists, which for me, I don't like racists too. So I was like, yes. When he was in the prison and he's just insulting these fucking absolute Nazis to the face, I was bursting out laughing. I think I rewinded it like 3-4 times just because of how much I liked it. It was just really fun. And he's just got so many great scenes, especially when he throws the grenades, like, pretty much sacrificing himself. He survives, obviously, to when he's fighting Chris's dad later on in the series, Peacemaker. It's really fun. But yeah, let's move on. I think about... All right. We got one last bit, and then we'll get the rating done. I've been, when I was searching up season 2, I was reading that it's potentially not canon. Season 1 or parts of it are not canon. I'd presume, like, off the top of my head, at the very least, the last bit isn't canon, which I don't understand. Spoilers again. But this Justice League appears. They don't show Superman or Wonder Woman's face, but they clearly show Ezra Miller's face or likeness and Aquaman, which it was just a stupid mistake in my opinion. I feel like they could have sent one and given him the shadows like that. But it was just it was a bad mistake really, because then, with the change at DC, it's obviously not going to be canon, that last bit. So hopefully they just keep the rest of it. I don't think they will. Which, if James Gunn does it really well, I mean, he's a good director. I mean, this show proves it. This guy knows what he's doing. And Guardians of the Galaxy, even though a lot of people don't like the third film, I really liked it. I liked all 3 of those films. I always thought, he was so good as a director that literally, I think Marvel changed their model straight after Guardians of the Galaxy 1, pretty much. Which, if you don't believe me, just watch pre-films from Guardians of the Galaxy, and then after, and you'll see just how much had been changed. It's not exactly like it, because I feel like it's been poorly done and rinsed to the point that now I just don't find any of the latest Marvel films really watchable. I like Deadpool 3, which is really good. But yeah, hopefully they handle the canonization right. I hope they don't just decanonize all of it, because then, why do that to such a good show? But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. For me, I'd give it like an 8. Give it an 8, 8.1, 8.1. Yeah, give it an 8.1. I really like the show. I don't think I can give it a 9, just because I don't really like giving like the first season and like a 9 or a 10, just because I feel like it needs a lot more build up and that. Which obviously I know it's a bit stupid. I just feel like for a first season, for any sort of show, giving it like that's a bit outrageous. But I feel like that's a really strong score for me, because I'm quite judgmental, really. I like giving stuff accurate scores. I don't like just being someone that really loves a show and just gives it a 10 out of 10 blindly without even thinking it through. So yeah, it was like an 8.2. I really enjoyed it. Props to all the people on this, people that worked on it, the actors. Again, really mint. But yeah. CK'd out. I hope you have a great week, great day, and even better year. See ya.